One Pro Wrestling are a scam. They have been scammers for nearly 20 years now, but what they've done recently might take the cake and could have some major legal implications. 1PW are, or now were, a promotion that were based here in the UK, and they were very well known for being very dodgy. I've already discussed 1PW in 2 other videos, so allow me to quickly summarize those 2 videos and what I discussed. We talked about 1PW's original run from 2005 to 2013, discussing all the times they died and came back to life, their controversies with not paying wrestlers, not refunding fans, changes of ownership, and lying about a Shawn Michaels meet and greet that was never taking place. And as I said, they folded in 2013, their original run lasted until then, and I say original run because in part 2 we discussed 1PW's return that took place in 2022 as they began running shows again under the original owner, and how for just a bit of time it seems like things were actually okay and being run correctly, but then things started to deteriorate with talent and crew reporting not being paid, show cancellations and postponement, fans being left in the dark, and a mass exodus of 1PW talent which caused 1PW to vacate all their championships. But something I also mentioned at the end of that video is that, well, despite all the controversies surrounding the company, all the wrestlers leaving, all the talent not being paid, and the trust of the fans being lost, they still had shows scheduled. With their next show, Know Your Enemy, scheduled for October 28th, and it had the likes of Matt Cardona, James Storm, Steph DeLander, and various UK talent and imports coming for the show. However, I don't think you'd be surprised to know that as of now, that event is not happening. In fact, there are no 1PW shows scheduled in the future, they've all been cancelled. So this is something I don't know if I went over in my last video or not, I can't remember, but a statement that Stephen Gauntly, the owner of 1PW and original founder, left following the reports of talent not being paid was he left this notes app statement on Twitter reading, "It has been rumoured on this app that people are owed money by 1PW. To clarify, one wrestler is on a payment plan and every other wrestler, crew member and staff member has been paid for their work with us. Any other inference is completely untrue and a complete lie. 1PW's relaunch was with 2 promoters and now is with 1. Any wrestlers wishing to work for our former co-promoter and not us, we wish well and hope they flourish in those surroundings. Thanks, Stephen Gauntly." This at the time it was posted was already and quickly debunked as a lie, with people coming out and saying, no, hey, you haven't paid us, you are just lying to us right now. And also, a wrestler is on a payment plan? We're paying wrestlers on Klarna now? My goodness. If you have to pay a wrestler on a payment plan, then you shouldn't be running a show. And yeah, like I said, following this statement, they strided on and they were looking to put on their next show, Know Your Enemy. But just this last week, it was discovered that Stephen Gauntly had resigned from 1PW, and this was not announced publicly or anything like that. 1PW hadn't come out and said Stephen Gauntly's leaving, or Stephen Gauntly had came out and said, hey, I'm resigning from 1PW. No, it was discovered by someone else looking on his government page. Obviously, it's all public record, so it was found out through that way and posted to social media. And after that, the floodgates had opened as wrestlers and talent scheduled to be on the upcoming 1PW shows started to talk and tell us what was going on, and it became apparent that Stephen Gauntly was fleeing the scene and abandoning ship. He did not have the facilities to run the show. Wrestlers and crew on the show started to tweet about the fact that they were owed money for this show and starting to speak about Stephen Gauntly, including Matt Cardona, who confirms the upcoming show Know Your Enemy wasn't taking place by tweeting, "Attention promoters who want the indie god in 2023. This One Pro Wrestling show isn't happening and the promoter Stephen Gauntly didn't have the balls to tell me himself or respond to my messages. I should have learnt my lesson after I had to tweet to get paid my deposit for the last show, lol. Sorry to the UK fans who were planning on seeing me." And then announcer Joe Dombrowski, who was scheduled to be on the show, tweeted out a thread of his experiences with 1PW on the lead up to this show. And he exposed Stephen Gauntly for, of course, lying about paying everyone, with multiple are owed a total of 1,000, plus owes many fans merch and refunds, embezzled 1PW income to his personal account while lying to rest of management, tried to fraudulently sell 10% of 1PW stock by claiming assets he didn't own, manipulated wrestlers on his own roster to facilitate loans from those close to them not in wrestling, only a small percent was paid back, owes someone formerly close to him £10,000 used to restart 1PW, lied to those waiting on June money that he wasn't paying October deposits, claims the only reason he was resigning from the company was because he fell down the stairs, has blocked countless people who have been pursuing their money, has resigned as a director without appointing a replacement. Also illegal. I'll leave the link to this thread in the description. It has all the images on there. It's a pretty crazy thread. Some other stuff that's also gone down since this thread was posted is 1PW have completely wiped themselves off of social media, with their Facebook page being deleted and now also their Twitter page being deleted. I didn't actually realize it had been deleted because they had blocked me, so I couldn't actually search for them anyway. However, one account they do still have is an Instagram account, and they posted a statement on their Instagram account. They finally posted a statement themselves, and it reads, "With regret, 1PW Limited has ceased trading and all future events are cancelled. We would advise customers seeking ticket refunds to discuss the matter with their card issuer or bank. The board of directors are currently seeking professional advice." And yeah, reading that back, I don't know about you, but that statement is just a massive slap on the face to all the people who are looking for refunds on the show and are still awaiting payment. And the "we would advise customers seeking ticket refunds to discuss the matter with their card issuer or bank," that's basically them just saying, hey, we're not going to refund you, sort it out yourselves. Like, again, just a complete slap in the face. And I guarantee you there'll be fans here that were going to this show or bought tickets to meet and greets or any future 1PW show, merchandise, anything from 1PW, that are never going to see that money again now because Stephen Gauntly has fled the scene. Who are we even to believe there is a board of directors who are currently seeking professional advice? The venue for the upcoming show, Know Your Enemy, the Doncaster Dome, posted that they are looking into the issues raised around the 1PW event, so have decided to pause ticket sales for the time being. We will provide an update to customers as soon as we have more information, so hopefully the Doncaster Dome are working to hopefully and potentially help provide some refunds for this show. So it seems as though this is finally the end of the 1PW saga. I have now made 3 videos about One Pro Wrestling and all the times they have scammed their fans. It has been nearly 17 years, or probably just over 17 years, of this company scamming their fans. They left and they came back to do it all over again. And in 5 years' time, we'll probably see them come back and attempt to do it again, and for some reason, people will fall for it again. Regardless, I do hope all the talent and crew on the shows do get paid the money they're owed. I unfortunately can't see it ever happening where everyone does get paid. I think there's probably always going to be someone who's owed money by 1PW because that's just the kind of company 1PW are. And the same goes out to fans who are looking for refunds. There is actually a Facebook group out there called 1PW Owe Me Money, so if you are owed money by 1PW, whether you're a talent who is going to work the show or a fan who is going to attend the show or has bought merch from them, then I'll leave a link to that Facebook group in the description. I saw that group on my Twitter feed today, and apparently it is helping people out and looking for the best methods to pursue. And with all that being said, my final message is that when 1PW inevitably returns in sometime in the next 10 years, don't fall for it again and don't take the booking from them. I beg.